Hey guys, greetings from here. I welcome everyone to today's webinar. So my name is Juliet, also known as Crypto Queen. So this meeting today is brought to you by Crypto Queen Academy and Digital Wealth Academy, and with the help of some of our leaders in the name of Emmanuel and Newton, who have been supporting our webinar. So today, for the purpose of today's webinar, we would be focusing on forex trading topic. So today is our forex class webinar. Like we know, we normally have one day and 1 day for the week for forex training and 1 day for the week for crypto training. So I want to believe that at the end of today's webinar, if you are new in the both academy, you would be able to at least help yourself place a trade, or you will be able to start trying yourself, trying to attempt to trade forex. So today we would be, so before I proceed, it is important that we know that for every tutorial, every financial tutorial or financial advice, there is always a disclaimer. So I would, without wasting much of our time, I wouldn't be able to start reading this disclaimer. But at the end of the day, what this webinar is, what this disclaimer is trying to say is, trading forex is risky, and do not consider this content to be financial advice. So for the purpose of this class, this material is just for educational purposes. So you might also need to seek further advice or guide before you can start trading forex. So moving on. So this is a continuation course on our forex trading. So we've gone a little bit far and we're almost coming to an end. If you are new here, if today is your first time of attending our webinar, I want to especially welcome you. You might need to visit our YouTube channel, either Crypto Queen Academy or Digital Wealth Academy. So when you go there, you should check for Forex Trading playlist. So you will be able to see all that topic that we have covered that you may have missed. So it is important that you try to follow up from the beginning till where we are today. So we will be today, for today's call training, we will be taking us on the meaning of all of things that we have listed in our course outline. We have margin, we have take profit, we have other types, equity, how to use MT4 and MT5, stop loss, forex analysis. So for today's class, I will be walking us through on the meaning of margin, take profits, other types, equity. Why Emmanuel will be known as EJ will be taking us on MT4/MT5, how to use it, and stop loss, forex analysis. Now moving on. So today, like I said, I will be taking us on the following topic I mentioned. So now first, our first course outline for today is margin. So here we have margin as the amount of equity an investor has in his or her brokerage account. So before you start thinking of trading, the first thing you should begin with is opening a margin account, which is a standard brokerage account. So once you open a brokerage account where you will be depositing your fund, then you are good to go. So in addition, margin is a collateral that an investor has to deposit with their broker or exchange to cover up the credit risks the holder possess for the broker or the exchanges. So what is this trying to explain? So in summary, what margin here refers to is when you open a broker, you deposit the equity you deposit in your brokerage account is known as your margin, and it serves as a collateral, just like we are familiar with leverage in futures trading. So when you deposit this fund is serving as a backup fund to the leverage to whatever you have borrowed from your brokerage to trade. Just like we know, the use of leverage help us to use a little fund and trade higher fund. So it is not different from Forex. So, but what will help us minimize our risk is how much we're able to manage our wallets or risk management. Yeah, because the higher your lot size and the higher your leverage, that determines the higher your risk. So in Forex trading, when you leverage on the borrowed fund, your margin backs you up. So when you open, like Emmanuel will be showing us how to use for MT4. When you open your MT4 and you have a running trade, and maybe you are floating, you will see margin and you will see free margin. So your free margin is what is keeping you in the market, while your margin is the entire money you deposited. So as you are floating, it will be extending to your margin to back up what you have borrowed from the brokerage firm. So where you focus on is your free margin. The more your free margin goes down, the more risky your trade is. So at some point, for those who have been trading, we would observe that at some point when your free margin maybe gets to 80% or 90%, your broker is going to notify you via email that you should top up fund in order not to be liquidated, because once your free margin goes to zero, you will be liquidated. You will lose every fund that you have, because it is assumed that every backup fund you have has been taken by the floating loss. So here, I wish to also advise us a little. We should be mindful of our lot sizes and the leverage we use. I think the standard you can use as a beginner, you can use 1:500. And for your margin, for your lot sizes, as we move on, we could have a table with different amounts, how we can manage our lot sizes. It is very, very important that you are mindful of your risk. You are mindful of your wallets. Wallet management, just like we have also been taught in future, is the same thing that is applicable to Forex. Now I'm going to tell you something. I opened a trade. I was trading with $1,500. Then I started opening a trade. I'm trading gold with 0.01. Gold is very volatile. For 0.01, it is considered as $1. Sorry, for one pip, it is considered as $1 for gold, because it's a very high volatile coin. It gives you more profit and it gives you more loss. I shared my profits margin, my profits history with one of my mentors. She said that your lot size is very, very small. I said, why? She said, you have a big fund that you should trade more of, that I should increase my lot size. I told her, no, I don't want to increase my lot size. I just want to trade with that lot size like that. And someone else saw my own lot size. The person said, your wallet management is very, very good. So why have I decided to reduce my lot sizes to a proper risk management size? Is because You cannot be in the market always. I don't trade stop loss. Some people trade stop loss. Emmanuel will be teaching us stop loss today. So the reason I don't trade stop loss is because I try to have enough funds to back up my trade. And as such, I reduce my leverage. I don't overwhelm my trade. So one of the things that you should learn as a trader, both Forex and crypto, it is first thing you should learn before you start trading is how can I observe wallet management and risk management. This week has not been so fantastic, but I have always made profits from the market every single day, both in Forex and in crypto. I have been making profits, and I've been using the little margin, the little lot sizes, and I've been making consistent profits. The person that said your lot size is small, because she's always mindful of her own lot size because it's high, has not even made what I have made, but I have managed my lot size. And also with that, I can enter the market without being scared. So I would, in summary, I would also advise us as we move on and begin our trading, it is important that we pay attention on our margin and free margin as we trade, because the higher we expose our wallets, the higher our risk. Then the next is take profits. This is like, I mean, the word take profit defined or explains itself. So we have take profit order. It is a type of limit order that specifies the exact price at which to close out an open position for a profit. So it is a limit order that are closed when a specific profit level is reached using fundamental or technical analysis. However, if the price of the asset does not reach the limit price, the take profit order will not get filled. So what this simply means is that when you open your trade, when we go to MT4, EJ will be showing us how to place order. So when you go to your MT4 and place your order, you have a take profit order. So once you enter your take profit, you have placed a sell order and you want your take profit to close at a specific price. You enter the price of that currency at which you want your trade to close at. So what it means is that once it gets to that point, it's going to close. Now, one thing I'm going to advise us here, always take profits, because I always take profit. That's why I've been making profit every day. I set my take profits, but I sometimes, here they said you use either technical analysis or fundamental analysis. The fact that you have set your take profit does not mean that you will wait for it to get to that take profit. Sometimes news moves the market. If you have a take profit and there is a direction, change in market direction, and your trade is in profit, you do not need to wait for your take profit to hit. You just can close your trade and accept the profit you see. Sometimes you set a take profit because you've analyzed your charts, and from the chart analysis, it shows that this is going to get to a certain level. And on the long run, you have set your take profit. And when you look at the chart, there's a retracement or breakout, depending on either sell or buy, depending on which of the order that you are into. So it is very important that when you set a take profit and the market, you're already in profit and the market start coming against that trade, it is important that you close that trade. You take profits must not actually be at that limit order where you set it. You can manually take profits, but basically take profit order means that you set your order at a particular price, and when it gets to that price, then it will close. So always take profits. You don't lose anything by taking profit, but you lose a lot by not taking profits. A drop of water can make an ocean. So sometimes when you are not greedy, you make a lot of money in trading. But when you want to wait, I've seen somebody trade. I have a login details. Before we had crash about last 2 weeks, I watched this trade made like $70. I was thinking that this person doesn't know that her profit has gotten to $70. I called on phone. The profit is at $70. Can you just close, or you deliberately left it? She said yes, that she deliberately left it. She has a take profit. Do you know what happened? She lost that profit in floating. After some, it wasn't even up to 2 hours that we spoke. There was a crash. She even lost everything, and she was bitter that she did not take the profit. So sometimes when you want to be greedy to get to a certain level, you might lose everything. So always take profit. Please, I don't know if I'm making sense. So I don't know if we can hear me, or if you feel like I'm making sense, let me know in the chat so that I don't, I'm not talking to myself all this while. Please, can I get a feedback? I am making sense, please. So now, there are two orders here that so many of us will be knowing what they stand for today. Now, this is the next thing. The next topic is order types. So we have different types of orders. So market execution. The market execution are order that execute live at the current prices. You call it market order or market execution. What it means is that when you go to the market to place a trade, and at that moment you want to enter at the current market price, so you are going to change your order type to be on market execution. So what the instruction you are giving the order is that, please, I want to buy at this current market price. So once you click on order, it's going to pick for you immediately. Then the next is limit order. It's here, limit order implies that you want to enter the market as a specific, you want the market to come to you, your desired level, that place that you set your order, you want the market to meet you there. Now we have different types of limit order. We have buy limits. So here, buy limit implies that you place order below current price and price then goes up. So here, like, you analyze the chart and you think that the coin is going to, sorry. So you analyze the chart and you feel that the market is going to come to a certain level. At the moment you want to buy. Buy means you want to buy at a lower price and then you take profit at a higher price. That is what buy means in this this order type. Then when you want to, the next is sell. So you place order above current price and price then goes down. So here what it means is that you want to sell at a resistance. So you anticipate that market is going to get to this level. And at that moment it gets to that level, please open a sell order for me. So in futures, in crypto, we'll also see sell and buy, but it is also known as short and long. So here you place your order at a higher length. Then when it starts going below, after you picked at a resistance, then it will start giving you profits. So it's not going to buy, it's not going to sell until it gets to that certain level where you have set your order. Then the next thing here is we have buy stop. So we have buy stop. So what this buy stop means is that you want to buy, you want to place a buy order. But at that moment, you want to be sure that there's a breakout. You want this order to buy for you when the market has started moving moving at the top, and maybe the breakout is confirmed, then let it buy for you as it continue moving. We don't have this advantage in crypto in futures trading. So what is going to happen here is that once the price gets to that breakout, then your order will peak. So get it correctly here. You are buying. You might also have placed an order below, but here you want to buy when you are sure of the breakouts. Then it should buy for you from there. Then your profits will start counting. It might be above the current market price. Like it should be above the current market price. You are not allowed to do that in futures. So let's say gold at the moment is at 1830. So, and you're anticipating that there's going to be a breakout at 1840. Then that is where you use buy stop. So once it gets to 1840, it should buy for you. And as the price continue moving, the same thing is applicable to sell stop. So what you're saying here is, once the market gets to a certain level, it might be at the current market price. If gold is at 1830, and maybe you want to sell from 1820, so what you're going to use sell stop at that moment. Once it gets to that breakout, once it gets to that confirmation of the retracement, it's going to buy for you. By that time, you are now sure that it might be at a certain support level when you want to sell, but you don't want to take a high risk trade. Then you wait for it to come down to a level where you are sure that the market will sell. That is where you use sell stop. So I don't know if we understand what I explained here with the buy stop and sell stop. So please, if you understand what I explained here, please let me know. Buy stop and sell stop, it is very different from buy limits and sell limits. So if we really picked the meaning of this buy stop and sell stop, please can I get from the chat I understood it? So please let me know so that, okay. Now the last, before our leader take continue from here, is equity. So here, equity in forex trading means the total current value of a forex trader's account equals the account balance plus or minus any profit or loss from open position. So when you don't have an open trade, let's assume that you just funded your wallet and you don't have an open trade, your balance is assumed to be your equity. Then when you have a running trade and you are in profit, your equity is equal to your balance plus the floating. That is what makes up your equity. Then when you are running at loss, your equity is your balance minus your floating loss. That is what made up your equity. So in summary, simply what you have left in your balance plus and minus your profit. So it is also important that we pay attention to our equity as we trade. So before I hand over to EJ, I want to encourage us as we learn further how to use MT4 this night. Try as much as you can, open a demo account. You don't pay for demo account. Try to start up a trade. Try to place a trade. Practice the lot sizes you use. Practice the percentage of the losses with the lot sizes you see. What's your loss at how many drop of the pip. So observe what happens to your trade. Try and try again. We are still handling. We've now gone into technical analysis proper. So once we are done with how to use TradingView in the crypto class, because how to use TradingView is the same thing. TradingView is applicable both Forex and crypto. So as you learn how to place your trade this evening, and as we move on with some of our technical analysis topic, try to put what you have learned in practice. It is only by practicing that you get perfect. If you only aim at coming to our academy or our webinar every day, you spend 1 hour, 30 minutes, and you leave the Zoom without picking up something, I mean, you might need to stop coming, because as long as you are being part of our academy and our class regularly, you should be able to make out something from the market, no matter how little it is. Do not be greedy. Try to discipline yourself as you trade, and trade conservatively. So I'm going to be, before I hand over to Emmanuel, so I would like to know if we have any question with this topic I have treated now. So I would be taking only 2 questions, then I will hand over to Emmanuel. Okay. So if you have questions, raise your hand. Otherwise, I will hand over there. So it is assumed that every one of us understood the class. So I will be handing over to EJ to take off from here. So leader.
Okay. Okay, can you hear me, everyone? Can you hear me? Is it clear?
We can hear you.
All right, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I would like to just appreciate Juliet for this class. Please just type something like appreciation. Just type something. Those of you, even if you don't understand, but just type something so that we can move ahead. I want everyone to be lively. Just
Emmanuel, hold
appreciating.
on. Can you hold on?
Okay.
Can you hold on, please? I have Mohammed and Chinenye said, I don't understand, please. Please, may I know where you don't understand? Chinenye and Sani, at what point did you miss out? Mohammed, Chinenye, Omenka.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah. So I'm very sorry to draw you back. I actually didn't come to the lecture on time. But you were explaining about the place order of buy and sell. It didn't seem to be clear to me, even though you were referring to how it is in future trading. But it wasn't clear to me. I don't know if you can just emphasize on that, because the only thing I know about placing limit order and limit sell is on spot trading when it comes to cryptocurrency. Understand? So that is all. Thank you so much.
Okay, we have a recorded we have a recorded class or a recorded video on how you can place a trade in futures. It's just basically for how you can place a trade. So because if you are saying I mentioned futures, I was assuming that most of us here have really gone through our futures. So I don't know if you're in our group. I will be picking up the webinar. I will be picking up the link to that training and share. So you need to actually look at how you need to understand it clearly by looking at the trade. So there was a very good example in that, how to place. Because if you have seen that video, how to play the order limits here won't be an issue. So that was why I had to reference the futures while I was explaining. I don't know if the video will be able to be of help to you. So Mohammed, please can you unmute yourself and let me know where you missed out?
Yeah, I think from what you just said, I think I need to watch the video of the recorded Zoom meeting for the
Okay.
future now on how to trade on futures.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll try and inbox you so you can send me the link to the video. So I'll try on my own time. I'll try and watch it. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so
So I'll
much.
leave that can continue. EJ, sorry for the distraction.
All right. All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Trust your day was fine. Thank you for that wonderful lecture class. That is very, very important. A lot of people have actually blown their account because they don't even know what is the margin. They don't know when they're about to have a margin call, all those things. So it's very, very important. So thank you all for showing up for yourself. Yeah. So I want to encourage you as you go on in these classes, try to also get your notes. We have notes. If you are not with your notes, get your notes and jot down something very, very important. Okay. So I will quickly start with before I move to the live to MT4, I want to start with the Forex market analysis so that will now push us into the MT4 and everything. So we'll look at the Forex market analysis, and we just basically have three. Actually, some people say we have two, but generally speaking, we have three, and I will explain why there are three. But people will tell you that it's two actually. So the first one is actually technical analysis. Okay, can you see my? Okay, sorry. So the first one is technical analysis. We have three. The first one, technical analysis. The second one is fundamental analysis. And then the third one is sentimental analysis. Please, can you see my screen? Hello? Okay, let me, sorry. Please, can you allow me to share my screen? I can't share my screen. So let me go ahead. So please, yes, can you allow me to share my screen? I can't, okay, thank you very much.
You can share.
Thank you very much. All right, so let me share my screen. All right, you can see my screen, right? So this is basically what we just need. So we actually have these three. You can see that they are standing on that three, we have three legs. If we remove one leg, is this share balanced? This stool will not be well balanced. If we remove two legs, it will be balanced. So we need the three legs to balance up the market analysis. So I will briefly explain what we mean by technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and sentimental analysis. So the first on the list is technical analysis. So this is actually the framework of whereby traders study price action. What they call price action, the movement of candlesticks. When candlesticks are moving. When traders study price action, how using historical data, going back to history. As we all know that history will always tend to repeat itself in Forex. History, this proverb works very, very, very well in Forex. History repeats itself over and over again. So there is nothing new in the Forex market. What you see happening now has happened before, even before we were born. So it has happened before. So it will always repeat in next 5 years, in next 20 years, next 30 years, and so on and so forth. So this is what we call technical analysis. We just leverage on past history and past stuff. We say, okay, we go for monthly time frame. We check and okay, where last the price dropped so low. We check it out, and then we'll now come down to our intraday or anything and look at okay, let's see where I'm expecting price to get to, and so on and so forth. That is just the overview of technical analysis. You understand? So just purely price action. So those guys that study it, like the people that make use of it very well, of course, take note, not every person is a fan of technical analysis. Some guys don't even believe in it. Yes, some guys don't believe in it. Some guys believe in only fundamental. You get why there's some people that are only sentimental, which I will explain later on. But it's not balanced. You got to have the 3 legs to become a full-fledged trader. You understand? So those that study technical analysis are called technical analysts. So, just like we have, courses in university, we have an engineer. Those that do engineering, they are called an engineer. Those that study medicine, the medical doctor. Those that study technical analysis are what? Technical analysts. Take note of that. So let's look at just fundamental analysis. Like we all know, before you ever check or place any trade, the first thing you should know, you should always put your fundamental analysis in check. This is actually the way of looking at forex market by checking economic, political, social forces. Understand? Like things that, for example, now we're having Nigerian election tomorrow, right? If you want to study, if you want to use Forex to like check it out, go to TradingView and check out NGN USD, right? NGN USD. You can track how poor or how good our currency is. Just go to NGN. Every country can track it. So, like currently now, our currency, we all know that is going, is very, very, is down. If you go to TradingView and you type NGN, just type on the search on the watch list, and just type it NGN USD, you see. So tomorrow now, let's say we voted, and then we had the whosoever was now announced the president. Immediately that announcement is made, there is always a move in the market. Those of you that know when Trump entered seat, if you were in the market, you will see that there was a large spike. That spike, because these things controls the market very well. So you got to know all these things so that you would not just, if you're in a trade, then you will not just lose your money. Also, the day that Queen Elizabeth died, that day was a very massive day. You will see that. I think that day I missed a trade then. So I was in trade. I lost some money because I didn't really focus. I didn't put my hand. Well, when she died, we didn't know, nobody knew she was going to die. She died and the market just spiked down. So these things are very important. And for you to know, okay, okay, how do we know the site to check out? Let me quickly go to this site so that we can look at it. forexfactory.com. Where is it? Okay, this is it here. So you just click on it. So anytime you really want to go to a trade, even if you have done your technical analysis very clear, very, 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 sharp, you get, you have to always come to this site, Forex Factory. You can see it, forexfactory.com. Now, what may I do? I only leave the red folder and the orange folder. Sorry, the what color is this? This color. I don't know the color. So now, if you really want to,
that's orange.
Orange folder. Yeah. Thank you very much. Orange folder. So if you really want to, like for me, I come to this place. We have filter. I see it. So I just come here. I put off this one. I put off this red yellow folder because it's not important. I don't need it. It's not important. Most times I don't even like looking at this orange folder, but because I trade gold responds to little things very well. So I leave this one on, and I leave this holiday. This ash here shows banks holiday, so that I will know when banks are having holiday. So I put it. If I want to off it, I can off it. Not I put it on again, so it's on. Then these are the stuffs that usually take place: bonds, central bank, employment, inflation, growth, housing. All these things are important. If I want to focus on only USD, I will just put off all these ones. I say, okay, only USD I'm focusing on, so that I will lessen the noise in the marketplace. You get, so it will help you to be focused if you want to come there. So if I trade AUD very well, I can say okay, USD and AUD. If I trade GBP, I can put GBP on so that I can see news that are in line with all these things. So this is just how to use forexfactory.com. So then you can come back here. Then once you have done everything, you click on this place, apply filter. Once you click on apply filter, then it's just, now you don't have to sign up. You don't have to create an account with them. Just go to the site and do what you want to do. So now, once you come to this site, the time is not always initial GMT. It's always Eastern time, New York time. So once you just refresh your screen, it will automatically set to GMT time. You get, so you can see this news today happened around 2:30 p.m. This USD news. So if I want to know tomorrow's news now, just come here. I was okay. Tomorrow is 25th, right? We don't have any serious news, any red folder. So we'll have a nice movement tomorrow in the market, and also like that and so on until Monday. We don't really have much. So this is how to basically, leverage on this site in terms of fundamental analysis. Now there are some guys that really only trade fundamental analysis, only trade. They only just wait for it. Those guys have large funds. But please, as a retail trader, please always leverage on this and then this and this. Now, sentimental analysis, what's it? This is the use of, just like we have a trade community, like the group we have, you always see some of us who post some trade ideas. Let's say now I took buys on gold, and now you saw sales. But that, let's say the overall, for example, the overall trend now for gold can be bullish. But because of maybe you didn't really check the overall stuff, but you just placed sales. But you might be in profit. But immediately you see my analysis, that will help you to get to refresh yourself as okay, let me check so that I will not lose money. So it will really help you a lot, because like I told someone this afternoon, that there's no good or bad in Forex. There's no right or wrong. Like this one is right, this one is wrong. No, every person is correct. You might see sales, I will see buys, and we both will still make money. So it's not by maybe it's one I'm more correct. No. But when you leverage on this analysis, it will help you more. It will help you more in the aspect of not losing much money in the market. Because like now you might go to the group and see me posting, we have news in 5 minutes, and you didn't know about news in 5 minutes. You were just in trade. So that will help you to let me close my trade fast and wait after the news. You understand? So this will really help a lot. So these three goes hand in hand. If you remove one, you will not be well balanced. So if you say I want to trade alone, no. I've never seen any guy or any person that is good in Forex that trades alone. No. They always have a community, and they always ask. Even if you know, just ask. Okay, I'm seeing this thing. Okay, guys. How I always see us, we always tell you, post your chat on the group. That chat will help everyone. Okay, if I sense that is wrong, we would like say, okay, this is not good, this is not there, and that will help you, save you some you to lose some money. So this is just overview of Forex market analysis. Very, very, very important, please. Okay, leverage on this tool. Before you go to any trade, always go to check out what and what. Also, always leverage on Twitter. Okay, Twitter is like a house for exactly crypto and Forex. You want to really get, be informed. I will send some sites, some links on the group for some key places that you need to have, so that in case of all this news, especially this guy they call FOMC, the guy that gives this speech, FOMC speech, you have to really always follow this guy, because it's very, very important. Okay, so these are things that you got to know about Forex analysis. This will help you in your trading. So with that, let's quickly go to what we have. Use of MT5 MT4 Play Store, right? You don't have it, don't go to your Play Store. And then now this is applicable for Android, if you're using Android. I don't know if you're using iPhone. It's only if that phone initially has MT4, that you can be able to use, get it back. Okay, except maybe there's another way of doing it, because they banned it from iPhone. But for Android users, you can just quickly type MT4. Just type MT4, and then already I have the app already. So just click on it, and you have the platform. This is MT4, right? This is MT4. Okay, hold on, it's still loading. So this is MT4. So there's no, some guys really ask which one is the best, MT4, MT5. They are both the same thing, just that MT4 is more older than MT5. So there's no much difference there. Okay, there's no much difference. So let's see. Sorry. Okay, yes. Let's quickly see how to open a demo account. You move to this place. You see this icon here, right? This plus sign. Just click on it. I see it. So you will see where you have open a demo account. If you already have an account, you just click on login to Azure, but open up a demo account. And then the broker would like everyone to use as a demo trading. Please, I want you to do it. If you are with your phone, you can. If you have two phones with you, you can just use the other phone to do it as I'm doing it. So I will say, so you follow me as I'm doing it. So you just type who goes way. Okay, who goes way. Who goes way is a good broker too, but for just to trade on demo account, you can see. You can sign up with your name. You just put your name, put your phone number, put your email address, and then, like what Queen just explained, leverage. We have different kind of leverage. We have 1:1, 1:10, 1:25, 1:3. So you can just put it in 1:500. Okay. Now and then, go to the list here, which is 3,000. The list. 3,000. Please, if you can hear me, please, can you just type on the chat box so I'll be sure that you can hear me. You can hear me, please. Can you hear me? All right. If you can hear me, please, let me be sure that I can hear you. All right. So once you do all that, the moment you do all that, you just create an account. Okay, just come here, and then you create an account with them. You get, there's no need of you saving this password. There's no point. Just quickly click on done, click on done, and then you can see you have your demo account. So you can quickly come to this point, this place that looks like pencil here. If you want to add, if you want to arrange your stuffs, let's say you want to arrange it in the form of the right form. Let's say you want to put gold first. Let's say you want to put gold first. Gold as number one. Then I put gold as number one. Okay, you can put it in any order you want to arrange it in any form. So then you just put it in the right form, and you can put it in AUDS. So then you can come here to add more pairs. Like, let's say, let me check which one I need to remove. You can remove the ones that you don't want. Let me remove some ones I don't want here. I don't want these ones. I don't want this one. I don't want this one. I don't want, okay, I think I don't want this one. So let me remove it. So let me add the ones I need. Let me add US 30. Yeah, DXY. DXY, okay. Add DXY. And then add the NAS 100, NASDAQ. Add it. then add the S&P 500 index. So add it. So this, for me, this is just exactly how I set my life trading. So, and then once I'm done, I'll just move back. You can see, so everything is set. Everything is set for me. So now, how do you place a trade? Okay, let's say, how do you place a trade? Okay. Let me check on. Sorry. So how do you place a trade? Now for some of you that's actually just maybe just downloaded your 4, you can configure these candlesticks. Well, most times you see white and black. You can configure it. You can just go to like your settings. You see chart. You see this place. You see where you have charts. I see it. You see lines and candlesticks. You can put them. You come here. And then you see the colors. Okay. This point. Sorry, let me show you here. Where you have colors. You can configure. You can change the color. You can change even your background. If you don't want white background, if you want black background, you can leave it like that. If you want white, anyone that is okay for you. So then you can change your bull candle. If you want it to be green, you can put it in green. If you want your bear candle to be red, you can put it in red. That is that. So you can just configure it to suit your taste. You get. So there's nothing much about that. So let's now go to the chart. How do we now place a trade? So this is it. Let's say I'm seeing a trade here now. I want to enter this market. Okay, it has taken off liquidity to the downside and it's moving. So let me just place a trade for that. I will come to this place here. This thing that looks like plus sign. Okay, that looks like plus sign. Just click on it. I say you can see I have my buy, I have my sell. Okay. I think we were taught quote currency, and we were taught bid and we were taught ask, right? The bid and the ask price. So what you have here is the lot size you are willing to use. Okay, the lot size you are willing to use. The least you can use is 0.01. That is the least you can use. Okay. That's the least you can use. Now, let me say I use the kind of 0.0. Okay, let me just use 0.10. 0.10. Okay, and then I come here. Now, take note. The reason why it will move on is because of this thing is on market execution. Okay, it means that it is giving me the price like at that point as I'm clicking either buy or sell. It will put me into the price immediately. Now. So if I don't want to do that, I can just come here. Okay, hold on. Let me just place a buy first so you see how it works. So once you place a buy, you see that I've opened a position. I can go again and open another one again, place another buy again. I can move again and open another buy again, place another one. You can see. So yes. So now let's say I want I'm very busy. I don't really have time. I don't have time to look at my chart, watch my chart. I'm very busy. And I don't want to, watch my chart. I can just say, okay, since for me, it's a buy. It's a buy. I'm seeing a buy here. I can come here and put it on a buy limit. Okay, buy limit. Okay, then I just press buy limit. Just explain what buy limit is, right? It means that you set a price. Let's say, for example, now, you want, okay, I'm expecting price to get to this point, to get somewhere here. For example, to get to this point here, and also to get here. That's what I'm expecting price to do. So now, but at this point now, okay, let's say I will sell I will look for sales here, but I cannot wait that long. I don't know how many hours to use. I can't wait that long for it to get to this point. So I'll just put a kind of sell limit here, not buy limit, sell limit here now, because I'm looking for sales now. Okay, now I'll come here, change it to sell limit, and I'll look at the price. Where is the price again? The price is what? The price is what? So sorry, this stuff here, this small line, this small thing that looks like cross sign, is used to just to like locate your price. You can see as I'm moving it up, I'm trying to locate the exact price I want my sell limit to be. Okay, so let me just say 1813. 1813 is my sell limit. Okay, 1813, right? 1813.77. So I'll just come here. I'll come to this point, change it to sell limits. Sell limits. So the current price that I want to be at, the price I want to be at is at 18 what? 13.77. You can see now. So my stop loss would be a little bit above this 1813. Let me now check it. Let me go and check where my stop loss should be. So let's say I want my stop loss to be above. This is 1813, right? Above this high, this 5 minutes high, or this high here. Sorry, or this high here. Wow, there's so many buy sides. Let me just say this high, this short-term high. Okay, this high here, 1814. So my stop loss will be here, 1814. Okay, 1814.41. Let me come here now. I'll just put it. Oh, sorry. 1814. 177. 1814. Let me just see 99. So let me just say my TP. Let me place it first. You can see. So you can see that I've set my sell limit. It's not yet picked because price is trying to get to that point. So now let me now set my TP now. I'm saying that price will sell. This is my stop loss. So let me say my TP should be. I'm expecting it to come down to this point, 1809. 1809, yes, 1809. 1809.98. Okay. Now, if you want to modify your trade, you just come here and you just swipe to the right. You can see the right is there, just swipe. I see it. You swipe it to the right. Swipe it to the right. And then you come to this place to modify your trade. You just click on this pencil here. Click on the pencil. And then you can see it's 1809. 1809. You just look at 1809. Then I'll click on modify. What happened? Sorry. 1809. So I'm set. You can see my take profit is here. And this is my entry price. So the moment price comes here, the moment this thing comes here, huh? Someone take this live trade now. This is actually a nice trade. Someone should have taken this trade. It's a nice trade. All right. So the moment this price now comes to this point, as long as it just keep on moving up, I might not get triggered. The only time I will get triggered is when it comes up and down. It comes up and down. If it comes up and down and started going up again, I will be at loss. But if it just kept on going up, I will not get in. I won't get in until it comes down a bit. So I've set my everything, so I can now rest. Okay, I can now rest. Now the same thing applies for buy limits. This thing applies for buy limits. So this is just how to use the MT4, to place your trade. So you can see, you can monitor your trade. Let's say now I'm okay to, let's say I'm actually okay with this profits now. For example, let's say I want to take this, I'm okay with this profit. I'm very okay. Let me take my profits. How do I close it now? How do I close it? Just swipe, the same thing, swipe. You swipe to the right. This thing here, this first sign here, just click on it. Okay, you see close with profits, so and so. So you come here and then you can just close. You can close one. Now let's say I wouldn't want to miss these buys. Let's say it will buy more. I don't know if you understand. Let's say this trade will buy more. For example, this thing is going to keep on going up, going up, going up, going up. And I wouldn't want to miss it, to miss that at all. I can just trail, I can just break even. So some of you have heard the word break even, but you don't know the meaning, how to do it. So now, break even means that you move your stop loss, your buy what stop loss. Did I put any stop loss here? I didn't put any stop loss here. Okay. Let's say I will move my stop loss above my entry price. So even if it came down to that point and stopped me at, I was still in profit. You get? So that's the meaning of break even. So even if it came down and click here, for example, now let me move it to break even let me move it to above my entry, which is 1811.95. 1811.95. Let me move it now. 18. So this is where you come to. This is for stop loss. Stop loss. So you come here and then write 1811.95, and I just modify. You can see. So you can see now my stop loss is above my entry price. So even if you can see that I'm in profit now, so the gap between my entry and this up now is my profit. So even if price came back here, and stopped me out, I'll still be in profit. So this is another way to secure your profit if you don't have the mind to hold pullbacks. If you don't have the mind to hold pullbacks, or you are in a counter trend. You get, like now, I am in a counter trend. This is a pure sell. This is a pure selling market, but I am trying to buy the retracements. You get. So that's why I have to trail your stop loss. You keep on carrying it up. As it's moving up, you keep on trailing it, keep on moving it until you break even. So this is basically how to just use the MT4. Okay. So now there are so many things, but for now, these are just the stuff you need to know about the MT4. But this is a nice trade, though. If you are taking it on a live account, you have made some cool money. So, but please don't go and take this sell trade, though. It's just an example. So don't go and take it. I just give an example, but you can still take it anyway if you wish. So, but this is just like a kind of example on how to use the MT4. The same thing happens to MT5. The same thing goes for MT5. So this is just it. So do we have any question before I move ahead? So now, let's say you now want to switch to a different pair inside this MT4. You want to go to another market. You can just come here. This sign here, this sign that look like dollar sign, is to change to another currency. Let's say another market. We want to go and check how this one, how GBP/USD is doing. I click on it, and then GBP/USD is also buying too, and then you can see. So you can see this is just how to navigate MT4. Now this thing that look like clock here, click on it, is for your minutes, to know your time frame, just to quickly shift to your time. You can shift to 15 minutes. Can shift to daily, any time frame. Can shift to 5 minutes. You get. So that's just it. So and this F sign here is basically for indicators. Okay. Let's say you want to use indicator. You want to use an indicator. You can just come here, or you want to just put something on the screen. Let's say you want to put a trend line. Let me go back to my board. Let's say you actually want to put a trend line. Let's set my take profit. Let me set my take profit. Sorry. Let's say my TP should be at the same point. Let me say, now take note, for example, if you are setting take profit, let's say your take profit is around this 1813. Don't always wait till it hits your TP. This is one secret you must know. Top traders, see, good traders don't always wait till their TP is hit. I'm just giving you this now, okay? It's not, yes, some guys always feel, I held the TP, that is nice. Always take it somewhere below your TP and leave some stuffs to run. Always take it below it. Let's say you want to take it at 1813.76. Take your TP, put your TP at, take your profit at 1813.15, and then allow the remaining one to run at break even. This is how to just put, let's say 1813. Am I correct? 1813, exactly. 1813.20. All right, you can see. So you take it, then you can leave the remaining ones to run at break even, so that you would have secure, so that you will not miss any further moves of the market. So this is just basically, I hope I won't miss that anything. This is just basically how to use it. Now, let's say you want to put trend lines in your charts. You want to just put trend line. Just tap your screen. You can see, tap your screen. This thing that look like clock will just come out. Now, this one that is here. This one that is here. I see this one that is here. This one that is here now. You just click on it, okay? And then choose whatsoever, if you want to use trend line, vertical line, you want to put to demarcate your time zone, you want to use trend line, you want to use horizontal line, anything. Let's say I want to use horizontal line, and I come here. Say, okay, I came here and I put my horizontal line here, and this is where I'm expecting. Okay, let's say above here, for example. So you can see. If you want to remove it, the same thing, just tap on the line, just once, sorry. Once, like just hold it like once. You can see, hold it like, just hold it, the line, the same point where you put the line, hold it. This line now, this green line, just hold it a bit. You can see, you will see this edit, or if you want to remove it, you can remove it. So this is just all about that. So with this, I think, does anybody have any question? Does anybody have any question? So that we can move ahead. If you understood what I was saying so far, okay.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, it's not a question anyway. I'm joining this call for the first time, and then I'm just trying to follow all this thing look like magic to me. Although I've downloaded this MT4 that you said, so I will need something that will help me to really understand how this thing really works. Sir.
Okay, fine, nice. Okay, that's a good question. So I would just advise you to, like the first brother that asked the question, just go through all the previous classes so that you will not miss out. So that it's very, very simple to understand. Okay. All right.
So how do I get those previous lectures?
Yeah, if you're on the group, if you're on the Forex group chat, it will be posted there. Just stay put there.
I'm not sure I'm there. I come across this Zoom link on one of the group I had before. So that's I just joined because I'm free today. So I would love
Okay,
to know where I can lay my hand on all those materials.
okay,
So we have a YouTube channel,
Okay.
and we share both channel, Crypto Queen Academy and Digital World. So any of the channel, you can check.
Digital world.
So you join from Digital World.
Okay.
So I'm going to share two YouTube channels. So, but in just in case that Digital World Academy has not updated, you can look through Crypto Queen Academy too, because I'm sure Crypto Queen Academy should have the complete update. But Digital World Academy also updates. Just in case, you can check through any of this channel too. So the group, you want to join any of our group through the channel, you can join any of those groups.
All right. Thank you, Ma. Thank you.
Okay.
okay. Someone was asking me a question here. He said, "Why do I use lower time frame while trading?" I'm just like trying to explain. This is not a full technical class. I just went in. Actually, I already know the overall momentum, so I just want to just explain to everyone how to use MT4. So this is not a live session or anything. Okay. So I'm explaining to you how to just use MT4 and how to navigate it, how to put your sell limit and your sell. So in all, the most popular among the market, like the one that people use regularly in Forex, is basically buy limits, sell limit, and then market execution. People hardly use buy stop and sell stop, okay? So, but it's still okay, you know about it. So, guys, most people like to market execute their trades. But if you are very, very busy, you don't really have time. Let's say you're a busy type, you don't really have time to look at charts. Like we will really look at this issue of what kind of trader are you. I think that should be the last thing we should look at before we really delve into real life sessions, because you need to discover who you are. Don't say because of EJ Gibson is scalping or is scalping, let me scalp. No, it may not favor you. You may lose money.
So that
Okay.
was the first class that we had. We've treated types of traders and what kind of traders are you. So it's also in our YouTube channel. We've actually treated it.
Yes, fine. So just quickly go back to those classes. And also, that is very, very important too for those that are just joined the class, because you got to know the kind of person you are, so that you will not just fall into someone is saying scalp this one. No, that will always help you out. That will aid your trading too. So, do we have any further questions before I move ahead, or before we bring this Zoom to a close? Do we have any question? Hope I didn't miss anything. Mr. Newton, I don't know if you're on the call. Did I miss anything?
No, your point. It's okay.
Hello, can you hear me? Please,
Okay.
I have a question, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, talking about the fundamental analysis, when you were on Forex Factory, you didn't quite explain in details, or do we still have another class on fundamental analysis talking about how we can identify effective news, or like the interpretation of the news right there? So I didn't quite get anything there at all. All I just got is the interface and everything about.
Okay. Let me just quickly drive at this. Like I made mention of something, that there are guys, okay, that focus only on fundamentals. Now, the truth of the matter is this: big money. Each time you hear us talk about big money institutions, these guys don't know all this issue. They don't really know all this. They don't understand all this trend line stuff. They move the market based on all this economic stuff. That's why you see Wales and all those guys. Once there is a news, see them. They are alert. They know what to do. You get. So for we retail traders, we don't have much money. We don't have money that can move the market. We have to learn the three things, but you don't need to know much about fundamentals. You don't need to know much to make money. Okay. What I just showed you there, the Forex Factory, is very, very enough to just guide you. Once you see a red folder, especially on the let your eyes be on the USD pairs, on the USD folder. That if you trade any USD related currency like USD, JPY, USD CAD, GBP gold, XAU. So you just have to focus on USD alone. Okay.
Sorry,
So the moment
Okay.
you hello, yeah, so the moment you see
Yeah,
that
I'm hearing you.
sorry.
hello,
Can I just use?
all right, go
Man,
ahead.
can I say something?
All right.
There's a detailed video. There's a detailed video on fundamentals. We've treated it. It's still in the YouTube channel that you refer to. Once you click on that link, you have access to all of the videos, the previous videos we've had, and we've dealt seriously on that fundamental. So how to, the video is on crypto, but it applies to Forex too. So it just give you an idea of how to go about fundamentals, how to do your research and stuff. But tonight, I think for Forex, Emmanuel just EJ has shown us how the sites mostly we can actually use for fundamentals, like the Forex Factory. So, and basically, it's just the news and how the news affects the currency pairs. So you want to always stay ahead of the game. If you go through the site to see if there will be news for that day, probably on trades, or subsequently there will be trades for other days. So you want to check if there are news, and you want to see the effect of the news. Like you said, like you showed us, we have those boxes indicating how important the news is. The red is always very important. They're extremely important. You want to pay attention to that. I think the orange is semi-important, not all that important, and then the other one. So, and that's just for Forex. It's not so a big deal. And of course, you also might want to extend your research to probably seeing what's going on in the US economic, like you want to watch out for the news. All of these things, the countries, the major countries, we have major pairs. So you want to know what's going on with these major countries like the UK, yes, of course, London, that's GBP. These are the economic movers. You want to pay attention to what's going around in the euros, when it comes to the euro pairs. And of course, the USD, which is the majorly traded pairs. You also want to check what is going on, with them. So, and the news, whatever is going on affects the economy, and whatever affects the economy, of course, we transcend to the currency. So this is how fundamentals work. So paying attention to detail, to news details is the key thing for Forex, for fundamentals. Okay, and that's all. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Yeah, and also please, for everyone, just always do well to go back to these past classes. Okay, it will really help you. Yeah, always do well to go back to previous classes. Even if you attended the classes, just go back to it. It will help you to have more understanding of what has been treated. So do we have any further question before we call it a day? Okay. I can assume that everyone understood what was treated, right? So before I hand over to Queen, so I would like to always say this: trading is 90% mindset and then 10% skills. Yes. So it's all boils down. In as much as you really want to start trading immediately, or even you want to start trading on a demo account, okay, you have to understand this. It will help a lot. It's 90% mindset and then 10% skills. You might not really understand the code until you put in your live account and then you just put it. The moment you place any trade, you are handing over your fund to the market. The only thing you have control of is your stop loss. Okay, your stop loss. That is what you have control of. So you don't really have much control of your take profit. That's why you always hear me shout every time. Take profit is a skill because you don't have control of it. The market can misbehave anytime. but you have full control of your stop loss. So I explained to you how you can maximize it by breaking even. You move your stop loss above your entry price. Let's say you don't really have that mind. You are just a new trader. You cannot really hold for days. Like you can't really hold a trade, and you can't hold the up and down of the market. Okay, you just move your stop loss above your entry price. That's called break even. So even if the market pulls back very well, and it pulls back, and maybe decide to change direction again, you will still be in profit because you have moved your stop loss above your entry price. So that is why stop loss is very important. Now, always put stop loss in your trade. Always. Never assume. Now, don't ever assume that maybe you because anything can happen. Always use a stop loss, even if you don't want to. Just use stop loss, especially if you are not going to be watching your screen. It will really help you. So, and I wish everyone well as you kickstart your journey in Forex trading and the demo account, and as you start playing around with MT4 and Hugo's Way demo trading. I wish you all success in your trading. Thank you very much. I'll hand over to Gwen.
So thank you very much, Emmanuel, for that wonderful section. We appreciate you. So someone is asking, as a new person, how can I get started? First, you need to identify yourself with any of the group, either Crypto Queen Academy or Digital Wealth Academy. Second thing you need to do is to sign up with a broker. We recommend Anzocapital or Fusion Broker because this broker has been tested to have a very good spread. We're not just recommending it because of anything, is because we've checked and see that among other brokers, they have the lowest, they're one of the brokers that have the lowest commission charge, as their spread is quite lower than other brokers. You can actually compare it yourself to confirm what I'm saying. So you sign up with a broker, gets verified. You must be verified to trade with a broker. So you can also, once you sign up, the broker you sign up with gives you the privilege to trade a demo account. You can open a demo account with that broker. Then, like our leader showed us in MT4, once you get to that place, you search for your own broker, the broker you are using to do the demo. So you are not limited to any broker for demo. You can use any broker that you have to run a demo account. So that way you start practicing what you have learned this night, and continue being active in the group, ask questions where you need help. So it is important that as a trader, you are mentored. You can't do it alone. So at some point, you'll be getting into trouble. You might need to ask questions. It is by asking and practicing that you get to know more. So you can't just only be participating in the Zoom without being actively involved in the group. So one of the things that's going to help you to become a master trader is your participation in the group. So try as much as you can to read up information in the group. So that way you will get better. So since we have no other question, before I draw a curtain line or before I conclude, I would like to know if our leader Newton has anything else to tell us. So like I said, try and be part of our technical analysis class in the crypto class, so that way you can compare it with, you can use it to trade Forex. So do yourself a favor by going through our YouTube channel to cover up where you have missed. So like, how much can one start with? So now, if you know, remember I shared the FXCM account, it has a cent account. Cent account helps you to even trade with $20. So I would recommend a cent account if you want to do a live trade as a new beginner. So that way you are able to trade with a smaller amount like $10, $20. If they allow minimum deposit of $10 or $20, then you can trade with that. That way, if you deposit $10, I think the system will see it as either $10,000 or $1,000. I'm not used to cent account, but it will change it to a higher figure. So you can use that to practice. Otherwise, if you are trading USD accounts, I recommend you start with minimum of $100. So, but if you want to trade below $100, I would recommend cent account. I shared FXCM broker registration link the other day in the Forex group. So you can, if you have any of the cent account, it mustn't be FXCM, you can use it to practice. So try as much as possible to follow up our classes. So Hilda, Newton, I don't know if you have anything else to tell us before we conclude. So in the absence of no other contribution, I want to appreciate everyone that joined the class today. Just keep being part of us. You may not know value that you have been receiving, as in the value that you're receiving, you may not know the importance of it until you look around and this section no longer exists. Do not take any knowledge that you receive here for granted. Many pay outside, pay heavily for it, but you are privileged to get it for free. So try as much as you can to take advantage of it. Be part of the group, be actively involved, ask questions while you need help. Trade demo accounts first, master the market, then you can start trading live accounts. Sign up with Anzocapital or Fusion Broker. I wish you a lovely weekend and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.